Welcome to Fractured Online Early Access. Today we are going to just take a quick look around and see what this game from Gamingo has to offer. Now, this is an indie title. It's been in development since 2017. We have demons, we have humans, and wild folk. These races will determine your level of PvP experience that you wish to engage in the game. There are good, neutral, and evil alignments. The demons are going to be your most PvP focused, whereas your wild folk are going to be more peaceful PvE type players, with the humans having the most flexibility. Good players are focused on PvE. Evil can engage in player kills. So you really want to choose wisely. Neutral is more of a mutual, like I'm flagged for PvP, so are you. Okay, let's get to it. The wild folk have three different sub races. The bear is not currently available. It's more of your tanky warrior type. Tigerkin are more dexterity focused, whereas the Heartkin are your magic casters. Not much in the lines of customization here, but not to fear because this is a top down MMO. It's only noticeable from the character sheet. I went ahead and selected the stag type because I am traditionally a magic caster. We have some bonuses to our attributes, which we will see here in a moment. Background selection. We get some starting abilities based on our selection here. There's so much flexibility, and you can change these on the fly. These attributes are very familiar for those that have played Dungeons and Dragons. You get a set number of points that you can allocate accordingly. I recommend visiting the wiki to find out what exactly these things do for you. But if you like to just jump right in, you can fiddle around with these sliders and see what they do to your modifiers on the right. Strength isn't so important for magic casters. However, I tend to be a pack rat in games, so I want to make sure I have enough strength to carry a heavy load in my bag. Yes, that's right. Your bag items have weight and you can become encumbered, which slows down your movement speed. Anyway, without further ado, I am ready to jump into the tutorial. As you can see, I share this area with humans and all the other races. I want to sit down and rest. Rest allows you to manipulate your skills and your talents, so you can change out anytime you're in front of a fire. I am just selecting an icon to use for my build, and then I'm dragging over my abilities to my build, which then I can allocate to my hotbar. You'll see how that works. Make sure you save your preset and memorize your preset. Next to your health and mana bar, you will see there are two other gauges here, or meters, if you will. One is for satiety, so this food that you eat increases that, and over time it decreases. And the other is energy. If you get low on either one of these, your health will start to fail. When your health gets to zero, you will get knocked out and you will lose a portion of that health bar, will be purpled out. So you cannot go beyond that until you rest at a campfire again. Here I'm following along with the tutorial. I am crafting band-aids just right from my bag. Super easy crafting in this game. I also created my first mage staff. Here I'm collecting small stones and branches so I can craft my own campfire. If I get too far away from fire in a town, I can do that out in the wilderness and replenish my energy bar. I'm just going through and I'm clicking on every resource that I can find, including these mushrooms and berries, which I can eat to regain my food. And then I've been tasked with killing wolves. I've decided to craft some gear before I engage them. I equip it, and then I am good to go. Resources in this game unlock knowledge points. As you can see, when I kill monsters up to 100%, I will gain knowledge points for them, and any new resource like plant or tree, whatever in the world that I encounter, will also give me knowledge points. Those knowledge points are spent on your talents and your skills. As you can see here, these monsters don't offer me any skills, but they do offer some resources which I will use to craft a trinket. Now, when you're in the tutorial, anything that you equip in your character sheet, like your equipment that you wear, will stay with you, but anything in your bag is lost. So I am not spending any time collecting items. After crafting my necklace, I equip it and take a look. I'm fully geared up as far as the tutorial is concerned. So these things will follow me onto the real world. And I'm just kind of showing you the different stats that I've accumulated here. This is an action combat game, so you can miss with your skills. So you want to make sure you aim properly, and you can inadvertently, pull the wrong thing or get overwhelmed. Here I'm running off the beaten path to slay some rabbits. Unfortunately, I get the knowledge points for killing them, but I never get that lucky rabbit's foot. While I'm here, I'm checking out these other resources and just getting all the knowledge points that I can, because those actually do matter, and they follow me when I get out of the tutorial. I'm just showing you the little knowledge book. Nothing to learn from rabbits, nothing to learn from wolves. Once I get to 100%, I no longer gain knowledge points for the wolf. You still get knowledge points from the rabbits, so I highly recommend going and killing those. If you get to a place where you can't climb down, you can just click and let the auto path feature take you the best route. Here I actually get stuck, and luckily for me, I have a skill which will allow me to blink forward, so I use that. In fact, most of the classes will have something like that, but you can get stuck. Here some idiot is asking me if I want to join his settlement. Meanwhile, I'm cruising along with the tutorial, cooking at the hearth, also looking at my talents, which are not available quite yet, but we'll get to that later. Here I am demonstrating how slow you are when you walk through the terrain as opposed to following a road or walking on a bridge. Paved roads will get you the best speed increase, whereas dirt roads are slightly better than walking in rough terrain, but you can see rough terrain's pretty slow, and you'll see the little icon show up underneath your gauges in the left corner. Now, there are debuffs in this planet. You can see just environmentally, there is a temperature gauge above your mini map. And when it gets cold, you actually get chilled and move really slow. Battling ice users or ice magic, if you're chilled, is not good because you can become completely frozen. Now here you can see lots of people have been grinding on these mobs. They're super simple to kill in this area. As you can see, I'm battling a sorcerer. No worries whatsoever. You can see my little knowledge book has an indicator saying, hey, you've encountered a new mob. There's no name tags. There's no health bar. You don't know how strong this thing is until you start attacking. Auto attack doesn't just keep on auto attacking. You actually have to click to auto attack. Right clicking will auto attack. If you left click, it will attack them, but cursor placement is more particular and you are in danger of possibly moving and clicking on something else. So I don't recommend left clicking to attack. Make sure you right click. Here you can see I'm just taking out all the different mobs. You can see I've learned a new ability. The more you attack a mob, the more you learn about them, you get your knowledge points, and you can learn the abilities that they have. And here in a moment, I'll open that knowledge book and show you the different skills that these different mobs will teach me. This guy, he has his mage armor that he puts up. I don't use mage armor because it's a huge mana sink, and later on, mana is like super critical. I put my band-aids on my bar, and I'm just showing you the skills and abilities you can learn from defeating these foes. And so the more knowledge you have on them, you unlock these skills. This is the one that I really want to learn, the magic missiles and mage armor, which I already know. So this guy, he's got a cool net trap that I want to learn just because it's an easy route that you can go. I wanted to show you that there is a night cycle. And also you see that blue area there, it's a campfire that someone started constructing that I can finish with just, topping off those resources, which will allow me to rest and access my presets and talents. So pretty cool. That can be done, like I said, on the fly. You can recharge your energy bar, etc. from those. So I'm just wrapping up with the bandits. And so that was the last one. I completed it. So I've unlocked all the skills that are available. The tutorial wants me to learn magic missiles. So I'm just going to finish off this campfire and I'm going to rest here, or I could cook, whatever. Resting here, you'll see my energy bar gets replenished and I can access my preset here and learn magic missiles. And I'm going to see it's got a lock on it. I'm going to unlock it, add it to my potential skills bar here, and allocate it to my hotbar. That's all I need to do there. And now I can move on to finish killing up my rabbits because I'm a completionist, want all those knowledge points, and just rummage around and get all the resources unlocked that I can because that's just extra points for me. Yay. So here I am at a fire resting, and I've been tasked with putting some points in my talents. So I couldn't figure out how to put an icon to that, but no big deal. I can still use it without adding an icon. Well, here's where it gets really interesting. I can unlock any combination of this and change it on the fly. So even if you lock this in and memorize it, you go to a campfire, you reset it. Here you can see I'm trying to allocate something that I don't have access to, but if I unlock that other tree, I can then dig deeper into that one that I want to get to. For now, mana regen is where it's at because out of the tutorial, mana is really challenging. So here we are at the starter area. I'm just picking whatever they've suggested. And this is my first look at the new planet for wild folks. If I went into City Hall in a player built city, this is where I would register as a citizen. Citizenship gives you different perks for crafting. Here I'm taking a look at some of the buildings. You can see there's a cart that's partially built. If I add materials to this cart, I'll be helping someone out and they'll be so grateful, but I won't be able to use it. So make sure that if you want to use a cart, you craft your own cart from your crafting bag. I wanted to show you the bank. Now, banks are town specific, so if you put something in the bank here, it's only available here. However, the gold that you deposit is available wherever you go. Gold will stay in your bag until you deposit it in a bank and therefore can be lost when you get killed. Now, killed is different from knocked out. Knocked out, you get back up, but when you get killed, you have to respawn somewhere in the world, and it's going to be dictated by which town you set your respawn point to. Here you can see this is the marketplace available in any town. You can buy and sell goods here. Here, market requests, this is cool. This is basically players saying, I will pay you for this item if you collect it. So it's kind of like a gathering quest, if you will. So it's a good way to make money aside from killing two-legged mobs in the world. In the tutorial, they didn't drop money, but out in the real world, they do. You can sell your items here. This is the only way to clear your bags and get money is if someone, a player, purchases them from you because there are no NPCs in this game. This game is point and move. So as you click around, now you can auto walk by hitting numlocks by default, or you can just hold down your left mouse button and just drive around that way. Here I am just kind of taking a look at all the new resources available. I don't actually have to loot them. If I just click on them and start the process, I can unlock these things. But milkweed, that's an edible, and it gives me plant fibers, which I'll use to craft. Now, also, this is a good way to get enchanting materials, which you will use to enhance your gear. Items for enchanting also drop off of mobs that you kill, but you are not going to get any equipment. You're not going to get a battle axe from a rat that you kill. Every equipment item that you get in this game is player crafted. So materials are important to gather as you go along, but remember to keep your bags clear because you will become encumbered, and if you die, you become lootable. So the items in your bag will be dropped. Keep that in mind, and this was our first look. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you join us next time.